So, you've been dreaming of getting your master's or PhD in China, fully funded, right? Well, you're in exactly the right place. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down the entire process for landing the prestigious Chinese government scholarship step by step.
Just listen to this. This is from a student talking about their fieldwork in China. It's a journey that's full of these incredible, sometimes really intense experiences. It takes dedication for sure. But as you're about to see, the payoff is huge.
Look, I get it. The whole process can seem super demanding, maybe even a little overwhelming. But here's the thing. With the right strategy, it is absolutely within your reach, and that's exactly what we're going to give you today. A clear, simple plan to get you there.
Okay, so let's get right into it. First things first, what is this CSC scholarship anyway? What's the big deal? Well, to put it simply, it's the whole shebang. A full-ride scholarship. The whole idea is to take all the money worries off the table so you can just focus on your research, on your studies. It covers all the big stuff: your tuition, a place to live on campus, your medical insurance, and even a monthly stipend to live on. Okay, this is super important, so listen up. There are basically two doors you can walk through to apply: Type A and Type B. Think of Type A as the national championship. You're applying through the Chinese embassy in your home country, and you're competing for a tiny number of spots against everyone else from your nation. So yeah, it's super tough. Type B, on the other hand, is like applying directly to your dream team. You go straight to the universities. If you've got your heart set on a specific school or a particular professor, Type B is almost always the way to go. You have way more control.
All right, so you're interested. Now for the big question. Are you even eligible? Let's do a quick check. First up, for all you aspiring master's students, the magic number is 35. You gotta be under 35.
And if you're aiming for that doctorate, that PhD, you get a little more leeway. The age limit for you is 40.
Okay, so besides the age thing, there are a few other boxes you need to tick. You have to be a non-Chinese citizen, obviously, and in good health. Academically, you'll need a bachelor's for a master's program and a master's for a PhD. Makes sense, right? And of course, language. You'll have to prove you can handle the coursework, either with an HSK certificate for Chinese taught programs or something like the IELTS or TOEFL if your program is in English.
Okay, so you're eligible. Awesome. Now for the fun part, the actual game plan. Let's break down the entire application process step by step. When you look at it all at once, it can seem like a mountain to climb. But really, it's just 6 steps. You start with the fun part, researching universities and professors you'd love to work with. Then, you reach out to them, and we'll talk about why that's so crucial in a bit. After that, it's filling out the online forms, submitting everything, and then, well, then comes the hardest part, waiting for that good news.
So what does this look like over the course of a year? Well, the starting gun fires around November, when applications open. Then you have a pretty intense period from February to April. That's when most of the deadlines hit. If all goes well, you'll hear the final results in July, giving you just enough time to pack your bags and land in China for a September start.
Now, here's a pro tip, and I really want you to hear this. Apply early. Seriously, a lot of universities look at applications as they come in. If you can get your stuff submitted by, say, January, you're competing against a much smaller group of people. It gives you a huge advantage before that massive wave of applications comes crashing in around March. Okay, let's get into the real nuts and bolts of your application now. The documents. This is where the details really matter, so we want to get every single piece perfect.
So I have a question for you. Out of that whole pile of paperwork, what do you think is the one single document that can literally make or break your entire application? Yup, it's the professor's acceptance letter. Now, is it always required? No. But does it give you an almost unfair advantage? Absolutely. Just put yourself in the shoes of the admissions committee for a second. This letter is basically a pre-approval from an expert on their own faculty. It tells them, hey, I've checked this person out, their research is solid, and I want them on my team. It's a massive green flag. Honestly, it can be the ultimate game changer.
So, how do you actually get one of these magical letters? It all starts with a killer email. Don't just send a generic blast. Do your homework. Mention a specific paper they wrote that you admired. Show them you're serious. Keep it short, sharp, and professional. Attach your CV and research proposal, and for the love of all that is good, proofread it. A silly spelling mistake is the fastest way to get your email deleted.
All right, let's get organized. Here's the full checklist of what you'll need to pull together. You've got your main CSC application form from the online portal, notarized copies of your diploma and transcripts, your study plan, 2 recommendation letters, that tricky physical exam form we'll talk about next, a non-criminal record report, and your language certificate. My advice, make a digital folder right now and start dropping these in as you get them.
Okay, let's talk about the physical exam form, because this thing is famous for getting people rejected for tiny mistakes. You have to fill out every single item. You need the doctor's signature and the hospital's official stamp. You have to include a photo of yourself that's sealed, stamped over the edge. And here's the kicker. The results are only good for 6 months, so you have to time this perfectly. Get it done too early, and it expires before you even submit.
Phew, okay. You've gathered all your documents, triple-checked everything, and hit submit. Congratulations! But you're not quite at the finish line yet. Let's talk about the final hurdles, the interview, and some big decisions.
So if you get that email asking for an interview, here's some gold standard advice from someone who's been there. Be honest. The professor might ask you about a super specific topic to test your knowledge. But you know what they're also testing? Your character. If you don't know something, just say so. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm eager to learn. That's a million times better than trying to fake it.
At the same time, you have to think about where you'll be studying. And this isn't just a small detail, it's a huge part of your experience. Are you someone who thrives on history and academic tradition? Then maybe Beijing, with its focus on research and government, is your vibe. Or are you more drawn to the buzz of a hypermodern international city? Then Shanghai, the hub for finance and innovation, might be the perfect fit. Think about your future career goals. That should really help you decide.
And last but not least, let's talk about the money, the stipend. If you're a master's student, you'll get 3,000 RMB a month. PhD students get a little more at 3,500 RMB. Now that might not sound like a fortune, but remember, your on-campus dorm is completely free, and the cost of living in most Chinese cities is pretty low. So this stipend is more than enough to live on comfortably, letting you just be a student.
And there it is, the complete playbook for cracking the Chinese government scholarship. You have the roadmap, you know the potential pitfalls, and you know what it really takes to stand out. The journey starts right now. So the only question left is, where is it going to take you?